Now, my friends, another Sunday, but it's wet and it's dreary, and getting motivated to do this today. It's been a struggle. Been a rough week. I normally average 50,000 square feet of properties taken care of. And I topped out one day last week at 97,000. Yeah, it's been kind of a weird week. But so how about dessert? I know all the other toys are here, but what about just dessert? What do you think? Oh, where'd she go? There she is. Let's talk dessert. Yeah, you could use that. I'd rather use stick butter, though. Just a personal preference. That little added salt. I know. It's bad for you. Well, some salt is and some salt isn't. But that's not what this is about. A while back, I had made mini apple pies. Everybody raved about it that had them. And a few of you, and I'm going to stress few, part of the reason I get lack of motivation. A few of you commented. Think about the YouTubers that do this for you on a daily basis, every other day basis, weekly basis. They see the views. Nobody says thank you. Nobody says, and I understand. You don't want to be identified, or you don't want to this, or you don't want to that. And there's too many trolls, and there's this, and there's that, and the other. But if you look closely in the About section, they have email addresses. And I get a lot of email comments. But I don't necessarily get them on YouTube. I get comments on Facebook, which is cool. Got a lot of friends over there. But they wanted to know about doing mini apple pies. Well, you gotta watch apple pies. Well, any of the berries. Let's be honest. Anything that can dry out is going to be a problem. You know what I mean? And your oven temperature when you're baking a pie is what, 350, give or take? And we're still stuck with the smoker adage. Now, before I go there, one or two of you right now are thinking, wait a minute, you're going to do what with a smoker? You preach so much about starving rabbits and never putting any salads and this and that and the other on your grill, and how it would be sacrilege to cook anything but meat on a grill. Well, that's because I'm a carnivore. And of course, I love to have fun. Elegant Homestead pointed that out a long time ago. You guys just don't know how to take me. And she was kind of used to that kind of an atmosphere growing up with her husband and what have you. What a great lady. Miss her so much. It was a big loss to us. Anyhow, so what I'm doing is getting some salt down, and I'm going to heat these up just a little bit. Not too much, just a little. Grill's still coming up to temperature. It's something you really got to watch when you're baking on an oven. I'm sorry, on a grill like this, And I'm assuming on an oven too. An old wood stove oven. You got to watch the smoke. You don't want billowing smoke. That's actually getting rid of some chemicals that may not be good. You almost want wispy blue smoke. That's when you're smoking food. That's when you're imbibing the flavor, if we can call it that. I know, I'm taking all sorts of shortcuts today. Like I told you, I'm not motivated. So I ran out, got this. Pizza. I'm sorry, pie crust. Not pizza crust, pie crust. Ready-made. Yeah, it's a shortcut, all right. I would much rather be doing it from scratch and have you guys along for the ride. But since I get so few comments on YouTube, yeah, I kind of keep that for other people, if that makes any sense to you. There you go. One of the big things I wanted to point out, especially when you're doing it this way, because it takes so much longer. Your apple pie filling, and I'm using an off-brand today apparently. Great value. Yeah, you've all heard of them, I'm sure. The pie crust will soak up the apple juice and it won't cook right. Well, there's a trick to that. You smoke it first. You smoke the pie crust just a little bit, just to start drying it out, just to start giving it a crust. Because you want that flaky crust first. Then you put your pie filling in. And then you put your little design on it, and you get your little egg wash, and you do your thing. And that's kind of the stage we're at. So I'm going to set these things up, cut these into shape, and get them into the tins, and dry them out a little bit, and we'll be back. How about that? Because nobody wants to sit and listen to me rant and rave about this, that, or the other. So we'll see you when that comes off. Well, that didn't quite work out. This aftermarket dough is, yeah, leaves a bit to be desired. Anyhow, so you want to get to this point where it's just a little dry. Just a little. Not too much, just a little bit. Then put your apple pie filling in. Run your temperature up on your smoker and let it go. Because what happens is your smoke flavor gets in the pie crust. And then the apples, of course, pick it up. That's basically it. Obviously, if you make your own crust, you'll have enough. You'll be able to go as far as you need to go, and you'll have extra. You can always refrigerate that. And work with it warm. Don't work with it cold. So, I'm not going to keep disappointing you with the results of this piss poor crust. So, that's basically it. That's basically all it takes. And of course, you're crisscross and you're prettied up and what have you after the fact. But that's pretty much it. It's not real complicated. Probably something you could do around a campfire. Of course, sound off. I'm sure some of you have some of those campfire cookers to make little mini pies. This is just one way to go. That you can let it smoke away right along with some brisket or turkey. Speaking of turkey. Yeah. So, alrighty. We'll catch you guys later. You have a great day. Well, and you know I had to come back and show you how they turned out.
Please don't. Shut up.
See?
Nobody asked you.
I know better.
My good old
I know to cook it the original way, with handmade. It's buttery, but it's just not the same. Not the same. And of course, when it shrinks up the wrong way, then it starts to boil, because it's got to be at 350. Of course, it runs over, it burns, and it does this. But the taste is still there. It's not as sweet, what have you. But when you put a bunch of these down and they look right, everybody sitting down to eat with you will enjoy it, I promise. And they're really not all that complicated. So enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment. You know, enough of you don't. What else would you like to see me try next? Or what else would you like me to explain that I do? We'll talk to you, everybody. Have a great day.